Happy Monday, my friends. Good morning to you. I'm going to say something this morning that I'm sure is going to shock everybody watching. Controversial statement alert. Here's the statement. I absolutely love Thanksgiving. I know, I don't look like I'd be that guy to love Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving Day, I think it's interesting to note that Americans consume 736 million pounds of turkey on Thanksgiving Day. They spend $3.7 million on potatoes. They purchase 57 million pounds of sweet potatoes. They purchase 28 million pies and 40.5 million dinner rolls. I think it's somewhat ironic that the day of the year that is intended to move the focus off of us is celebrated by a nationwide unified pact to consume as much food as we possibly can. Now, having said that, let me make very plain that I have no, and I mean zero desire to change anything about it, nor do I want you to mistake in any way that I plan to fully participate in this great joy. Clearly, I am committed. I mean, it's 8 months away and I'm already talking about it and excited. But here's the deal. This is what I want to make a point of. Simply giving thanks can help us win the war against a litany of self-centered syndromes, such as entitlement, things like greed and selfishness and narcissism and even arrogance. And maybe especially worth mentioning right now, it can help us against feeling sorry for ourselves. Self-pity can melt away in the presence of true gratitude. Self-help author Melody Beatty spoke of this greed buster called thankfulness or gratitude when she stated, gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. And she said it turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance. It turns chaos to order. It turns confusion to clarity, she said. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, and even a stranger into a friend. Now, to drive this home, in the Gospels of Jesus, there's an account of Jesus encountering 10 lepers. And these men were stricken with the most feared, incurable infection of their day. Leprosy was a death sentence to them. Just the thought of possibly having contracted this diabolical disease signaled panic and trepidation. Yet the Bible tells us that Jesus did what contemporary medicine could never have accomplished. He healed them all 10. Now, these 10 lepers hurried from Jesus' presence to go through the process of their cultural cleansing ritual, which would reinstate them into their society and revitalize their fractured lives. The Bible makes a point of revealing that of these 10 that had been healed, only one turned back and began to profusely express his gratitude to the one that had healed him. Even through the printed text, we can sense the sadness in the voice of Jesus when he asked this grateful man, where are the other 9? And if I'm being honest, I believe the tone of sadness still resonates at times in the voice of the one that has done so much for humanity. He purchased our healing. He's borne our grief. He took our shame. He literally became the ransom for our salvation, and yet few, it seems at times, return to give him thanks. And this is a shame, because for that one healed leper that came to express his thanks, little did he know that his expression of gratitude would lead Jesus to upgrade his healing to wholeness. Notice that it was not just his gratitude, but it was the expression of his gratitude that brought him to a place of completion or wholeness. And this is what our expressed gratitude does. It makes us whole or complete. It removes the cancers of entitlement and greed. It pieces back together what selfishness and arrogance have shattered and ruined in lives. It can refocus what self-pity tries to distort. And perpetual emptiness is suddenly replaced by an expanding contentment. By simply beginning our days with expressions of thanks, it allows us to move forward with a sense of abundance rather than a feeling of lack. And yes, even in times when we are severely restricted, fighting off fear and worry, when my mornings reestablish my awareness to the fact that I already have all that I need, anything I receive throughout my day is now an added extra blessing. It's a gift. I'll close this video with the words of the great Native American Shawnee Chief Tecumseh. He presented his astonishment with regard to how people can forget what they have when he said it like this. He said, when you rise in the morning, give thanks for the light, give thanks for your life, give thanks for your strength, give thanks for your food and for the joy of living. And if you see no reason to give thanks, he said, then the fault lies in yourself. So let me ask you, what is it that you are most thankful for? Before you walk out the door today and begin another day, I encourage you to pause and to list 5 things that you're thankful for. Who are you grateful for? When is the last time you told them? Can never assume that they know. So here's a little homework assignment today. That person or persons that came to your mind, set yourself a reminder today to call them and to tell them how thankful you are for their investment in your life. It will not only brighten their day, but it'll absolutely make your day better. And I pray that for you today, that you have a better day, maybe than you had yesterday or last week. God bless you. I want you to have a wonderful week. Be thankful. God bless.